thanks for joining me. I'm out on my KTM EXC 450 today, and actually I've been out for a few days. I've been doing some riding along the northern section of the UK Tet, and so I've got all my gear, all my camping gear with me. So I thought it was a good opportunity to stop and show you my bike, and particularly to talk about the work that I've done to convert it from being an enduro racing bike, which is of course what it was sold as, to make it into a suitable bike for long distance trail riding and adventure riding and camping, to haul me and all my gear wherever I want to go. Now, I take something of a minimalist approach on bikes, and I've only changed things and only spent money where I feel it's totally necessary. So I may be courting with controversy here, because I feel that many people just throw way too much money at their bikes before they take them out and ride them. And so what I'll do is I'll find somewhere to pull over and show you around the bike and show you exactly what I've done to it. Right, I've just found somewhere to pull over, then I can show you my bike setup. It's a beautiful day today actually, but it's very cold getting into winter here. But this is a gorgeous spot. Just give you a little show round. Here's the lane I'm just riding down, and it's just about lunchtime at the moment. I just pulled in next to this field. You can see all the crops have already gone in from the field here. But anyway, bike setup. Right, so this is my bike, and you know, my philosophy is only make the changes that you need to make, i.e. only spend the money that you need to spend to convert the bike to do what you want to do. So let me talk you through it. So for me, the first priority in converting the bike to longer distance trail riding was fuel range and comfort. So I removed the standard fuel tank and fitted this Acerbis tank, which is 15 litres, and that gives me plenty of range. I've got about 180 mile range with that, so that's absolutely fantastic. And then I fitted this Seat Concepts seat as well, and that's been an absolute game changer. I got the extra wide version of it, so if you're thinking of getting one of these, the extra wide one is actually, as you can see, not hugely wide, but it does overhang the bike quite a bit, and that just gives you so much more comfort when you're riding. Looking at other changes I've made, as you can see, I've not fitted a tower or a screen or anything, as is the fashion. And of course there's nothing wrong with fitting towers on the front or big screens and things. I just don't feel I need them, so I'm not going to spend money on something that I feel I don't need. I'm tending to be riding at fairly slow speeds. Even doing road work, I'm only doing 60-65 miles per hour, and I don't need a big screen for protection at that kind of speed. And I do find that when I'm riding off-road, having a tower or a tall screen actually gets in my way, and it's a hindrance, so I prefer not to have it. You'll see that I've fitted indicators and I've fitted mirrors as well, and that's very important for me for doing road work. I just think as a matter of safety it's important to have indicators and mirrors. You can see I've fitted the double take mirrors here. They're very expensive but well worth the money. I've also got another little mirror here, which is actually a bicycle mirror, a bit dirty actually, and I've got that angled so I can just see behind me when I'm stood up, when I'm riding stood up. So again, it just gives me that extra visibility. You can see I've got my sat nav. I've got a Garmin Montana, I think it's a 680 is this one, and I've got that on a RAM mount. I've actually experimented with different places of mounting it, and I found that that's the best place for me. And in that portrait setup, a lot of people have it sideways in the landscape, but for me in portrait you can see further ahead where you're going, and that just seems to work better for me. You'll also see if I angle over here that I've fitted an ignition switch. With this being a racing bike, it doesn't come with ignition, so I fitted a little ignition switch there just for security when you're parking up, because obviously when you're touring you're sometimes leaving your bike places. So got a disc lock, and the ignition key just gives me that extra bit of security. You'll also see on here that's a power on-off switch, and that's just isolation for the sat nav. So I fitted that into the circuit there for the sat nav, just to make sure then that I wasn't draining power when I'm not using the sat nav. You'll also see that I've fitted the more heavy duty, so these are actually KTM ones. They're not Barkbusters, they're the KTM ones. They're quite expensive, but yeah, it saved me a lot of levers. I tend to break a lot of levers otherwise. You can see at the back here I've fitted the indicators as well, and I've actually fabricated my own little mounts here, so that if I fall off and knock them, they swivel. Can you see that they're on a swivel mount there? And of course the stem's rubber flexible, so I've never actually broken an indicator because of that with those on. You can see I've got the Kriega OS luggage system on here. This is the 36 litre system, and that slings over the bike beautifully, fits. It fastens down here, so the straps fasten down here, and that holds it in place. And you can probably see there I've got a little silicone guard over the exhaust. Really, I don't know if you can see down there, the luggage is nowhere near touching the exhaust, but that's just really an insurance policy for me, so I don't melt the strap on the luggage. And then I've also got this Oxford, it is, dry bag. I think it's a 30 litre dry bag, but as you can see there's hardly anything in it, and that's fastened on with rock straps. Now rock straps are extortionately expensive in relation to ordinary bungees, but to be honest they're just worth it. I mean, they're not worth the money, but they are worth in terms of just how good they are. So I've invested in a couple of rock straps, and you know, once you've got them, haven't you? Now, if I show you down here, you can see that I've still got the original standard sump guard on there, this is the 6-day special edition, and it comes with this plastic sump guard, which is extremely robust, and I've never felt the need to fit anything bigger or more robust than that. It does the job, and so just let it get on with doing the job. Again, I'm just against spending money unnecessarily on stuff that is, you know, admittedly, you know, good stuff does the job, but it's bling. If you don't really need it, I will only spend money that I need, and that then leaves me more money to actually spend riding and enjoying the bike. The only other thing that I've done then that I can think of on the bike is the suspension. I've upgraded the suspension because with me, with all my gear and all the camping gear and what have you, obviously then that's exceeding the rating on the original spring, so I've put on a extra heavy duty spring, and I've adjusted it so that the sag is right for me and all the gear on, and it makes it just ride so much better then when I'm loaded up. So that's it really. I think you can see I've taken a minimalist approach to the changes on my bike. I've had this bike for 4 years now, and initially I just got it on it and I rode it, and then I decided over time what I wanted to change, what I needed to change, and I've only made the changes that I felt were necessary, either for comfort or convenience, practicality, to make this into a good trail riding bike. So you know, the first priority was giving a better fuel range and more comfort, and then obviously getting the luggage carrying and other things that a lot of people seem to do to the bikes before they even get on them and ride them. I've just not bothered with. I think you can spend a lot of money unnecessarily, and I'd rather spend the money actually going out and enjoying the bike and riding it, rather than just laden it down with loads of bling. But that's my philosophy. You may disagree with me, but I hope you found the video useful. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you again next time, I hope. Bye.